a very happy birthday. As a photographer, booster club member, and many other roles, Kelly has dedicated hundreds of hours to helping capture our school events and helping out many school organizations and teams. She has shown what it means to be a roadrunner, and both her and her family will be missed around Holbrook. As it's been said, once a roadrunner, always a roadrunner. On behalf of the Holbrook Unified School District, we would like to thank you for all your contributions to the school district, and we wish you the best of luck on your future endeavors. God bless you, Kelly. We love you. All right. Welcome to Tony Munoz Jr. and Button Holder Court for tonight's game between the Lady Alchesay Falcons and your Holbrook Lady Rovers. Will you please stand and remove your hats for the singing of the national anthem? Tonight, the national anthem will be sung by Ms. Jimenez, Ms. Meeks, and Ms. Gillespie. They are students here at Holbrook High School, and they are senior cheerleaders. This will be the last national anthem being sung. Ladies, when you're ready, the mic is yours. The two teams playing tonight are members of the Arizona Interscholastic Association. They abide by the rules and regulations set forth by the association to maintain and improve the highest standards of sportsmanship. This is where we emphasize, fans, we ask that as spectators, you consider the time and effort that these two teams have put into preparing for tonight's game. We ask that you cheer for your team in the spirit of good sportsmanship. As a reminder, AIA prohibits the use of flash photography during the game as it can cause distractions to the players. Please refrain from using your flash while taking pictures. Tonight's game is being broadcast live through the Holbrook High School Facebook page. Now, for the starting lineups for the Lady Falcons, coached by Ross Sanchez. Number 3, Hannah Quintero. Number 4, Keone Nashio. Number 10, Kylie Mansfield. Number 12, Peyton Parker.
welcome to Tony Minogue's Gym and Buttonholzer Court. I'm Mark Saxton.
And I'm Chris Allison.
And folks, this stadium is packed. This gymnasium, is packed. We almost couldn't make our way up to the announcer's booth.
Yeah, there is not an empty seat in the house. Sold out signs on the doors, so if you thought about coming, sorry about your luck.
Yeah, I think it was sold out before 5 o'clock. As we are moments away from tip-off between the Holbrook Roadrunners and the Alchesay Falcons, and this should be a fantastic game to watch. I'm excited as both crowds bring so much energy and both fans are passionate about their ball.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the Roadrunners coming in right now, they're ranked number 15th in 3A. The Lady Falcons are ranked number 6th in 3A, and they are number 12th in the Copper Division. So these two teams met twice, once in a tournament and once in regular season. Roadrunners lost both of those games, so they're looking for a little revenge right now, as we've got senior night tonight, and with the exception of Channing Harrington, all seniors starting.
Love that, love senior night, love the tradition, as Nashio missing both of her first free throws of the evening. So 7:45 left in the first quarter, and here comes Harrington and the Lady Birds. Francisco all the way over to Bahi for the triple, no good. Scooped up by Jim. Getting it out to Parker. Parker looking to see what she has in front of her. Getting it over to Nashio. Back to Parker, back out to Nashio. Thought about it with the floater for the deuce to open up the scoring for this contest.
The Falcons coming out in a full court press to start the game.
It'll be interesting to see how they adjust from that and how aggressive they, and for how long they plan on being.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's, that's something that the Roadrunners, these Lady Roadrunners, have relied on, is that full court press when they needed it. But they seem to only do it when they want to cause confusion. So I doubt early on in the game we'll see them in a full court press, but maybe Coach Perkins has something up his sleeve.
Absolutely. And here come the Lady Falcons. There's Nashio. Back out to Mansfield for the three. Drains it. 5-0 now. Falcons up quick. Bahi. There's that full court press. Oh, tried to find Harrington, but just behind her. And that's no good. Scooped up by Parker. Back out to Quintero. And, oh no, a pass. Harrington dives for it. Unable to hang on. So that went out down by the baseline.
So we've got, looks like Sammy Thomas, Angelica Urengo Williams, and Bailey Williams checking in.
Giving the starters their moment. Love to see that. And here is Bailey Williams getting it to Harrington. All the way down to Urengo Williams. No good. And here comes Parker. Back out to Mansfield, back to Parker. Over to Nashio. And here comes the crowd. And a wide open Nashio under the basket. So 7-0 run to start off this first quarter for the Falcons. Here's Bailey Williams, almost loses it, able to hang on. Beautiful pass to Thomas. And a quick deuce and a quick answer back for the Roadrunners.
Yeah, that's what these Lady Birds need to do. They just need to get on the board. They've got, they've got that goose egg off the board, and now they can start going.
And now Bailey Williams with a steal and one. Oh no! Wait! I'm waiting for the signal. Did he signal the one?
I couldn't tell if that was. Yeah, it looks like it. Couldn't tell if he was saying on the floor.
Yeah, same here. So Bailey Williams with the steal and the chance to complete the three-point play to bring her team within 2. And does not fall for her. And here comes the Falcons. There's Parker trying to find a way in, getting it to Jim, met by Uranga Williams. Bailey Williams now on Parker, inside to Nascio, out to Jim. Nascio, good idea, not able to connect with Jim down low, so it'll be Holbrook ball. 5:04 left now. 7-4. There's Francisco, over to Harrington, back down to Thomas. Thomas, quick whistle, getting called on the travel. And here are the Falcons. Parker, Mansfield, all the way over to Nascio. Moving the ball well, trying to find a way in. 17 on the shot clock. No good.
And
they will get the call.
Uranga Williams taking the charge.
And that one's going to be on Nascio. Here's Thomas. Tried to find Bailey Williams, picked off though. Nascio able to knock it away, then ends back up with it to finish that play. So 9-4 now. Williams able to find Harrington, almost missed out on it though. Outside of Uranga Williams for the J, no good, scooped up by Jim. Here's Nascio. Bailey Williams almost picking her pocket and does so anyways on the exchange. So here come the Birds. Trying to find Channing Harrington, there she does. All the way across. Lady Birds doing what they do best, moving the ball well, trying to find a way in. Outside to Thomas. All the way across to Francisco, wide open look for the triple, no good. Into the hands of Quintero, and here come the Falcons with numbers. Parker, down low, unable to finish. Parker again. They're gonna say she stepped out of bounds, so it's gonna be Holbrook ball.
So far, Holbrook getting some opportunities. You know, Lady Falcons making a few mistakes, but they've got to be able to capitalize on these opportunities. And it looks like student section, maybe businessmen, HSPN.
Hey, they're
Sports
got their
analysts
own
tonight.
broadcast. It'd be interesting to tune into that one. So is that one being knocked out of bounds? It'll be Holbrook ball, and Class A coming on for the Falcons, as well as Beach. Here's Williams, back to Harrington, back to Williams. Wide open look at the three, no good. Scooped up by Quintero. So 9-4, 3:10 left here in the first quarter. Mansfield. Tried to pass, and does so, able to connect there. There's Quintero with the three, no good. Scooped up by Uranga Williams. Here's Harrington, all the way across Francisco. They're gonna say that went out on Quintero.
And after a conference, they're going to change the call, saying that went out on Holbrook.
So 2:50 left now. All the way down low. See what they call here. Calling her on a travel. As Class A was underneath the basket. Looks like time out Alchesay. So 9-4, 2:45 left in the first quarter. Back after the timeout. So here we go quickly after that timeout. Falcons still pressing down low. Here's Ava Mann. Getting it over to Williams. Williams trying to drive it there outside to Uranga Williams. Back out to Francisco, trying to drive it in with the floater, no good. Scooped up by Uranga Williams, but she does get the call on the way up. So she will go to the line, 4-2. Her first trip tonight.
Yeah, Uranga Williams having some lows at the free throw line, only a 39% shooter.
Making her first there, as yeah, it's been challenging for her at the line thus far up to this point. Missing the second, so 9-5. Getting it outside, they're gonna say contact made by Harrington. What's that? Mansfield maybe made contact with Mansfield, no, so let's hope she's okay as she makes her way to the bench. And Burnett comes on to the floor for the Falcons. He's Quintero outside to Williams. Williams gets her pocket picked. There's Jim all alone now. No good, scooped up by Burnett, able to finish it there. Here's Francisco. Over to Williams into the offensive area. Trying to shake her defender. Outside to Uranga Williams for the triple. No good. Here's Quintero. Trying to drive it there. All the way down low to Burnett. No good. Scooped up by, it's a jump ball. Nope, Bailey Williams ends up with it. Harrington trying to dribble out of trouble. Bobbing and weaving through traffic. Outside to Francisco for the three. No good. Holbrook starting off a little slow, needing some of those shots to fall.
Yeah, Roadrunners 5 3-pointers, no make so far.
Keep shooting, girls, keep shooting. 11-5 still, 1:24 left here in the first. Harrington with the steal. Harrington into the offensive area, looking to see what she has in front of her. Slows it down, back out to Williams, wide open look for the triple. And that one finally goes, bringing the Holbrook crowd to their feet. 11-8. 1:05 left here in the first. Outside, a chance to answer back with the three. No good. Quintero ends up with it, picked off by Mann, outside to Harrington. Harrington all the way down, tried to find Williams. Scooped up and stolen by Class A, but Harrington with another steal. Harrington trying to find a way in now. Here's Francisco, 42 seconds left. Harrington, corner three. She can do it all, folks. All over the floor, 11-11, 35 seconds left. We're gonna have to tell those cops to get their backs off the wall down there. There's some thievery down there. And here comes that Holbrook crowd. They're gonna say a foul on Harrington. Harrington doesn't like it. Call made by Randall Anselmo, his final game as a referee in this area. Randall, thank you for your time and your service, sir.
That's going to be 2 on Harrington, so she's got to be careful.
So 11-11, 24.6 seconds left. Getting it all the way down to Burnett. Over to Loop. Inside, almost gets it stolen. Getting it all the way back outside for the three, no good. Here they come again. No good.
Jump ball.
They're going to call it jump ball, calling it the Falcons a ball.
Oh, Clarencita Sosi almost able to get the steal. Or no, Bailey Williams almost able to get the steal and throw it off of the Falcons. And we have an offensive foul.
It'll be a push on Burnett. And this will be the final play of the quarter. So 11-11, end of the first, folks. Back for the second shortly after this. And here we go again. Here's Harrington. Oh no, trying to find Thomas, but Thomas wasn't even looking. So a quick turnover for the Roadrunners. And here comes the Falcons. Here's Antonio. Over to Beach. Outside, looks like for the J. Drains it. So that was Loop. Here's Harrington. Francisco. There's Thomas. Thomas pulls up. Outside of Francisco. She thought about it. Puts it up for the floater. No good. And that's scooped up by Burnett. Getting it back outside to Loop. Who's slowing it down. See what she's got in front of her. Finding Burnett down low. No good. Francisco with the board. Trying to get it outside. Does so. Here's Harrington. Sammy Thomas with the three. No good. Scooped up by the Roadrunners. There is Sosi outside to Francisco. Harrington with the three. No good. Natoni trying to save it. Can't do so. So it'll be Falcon ball.
Yeah, Natoni kind of gave up a little bit on that, knowing she was going to crash into some of the Alchesay cheerleaders. Girl, just take them out.
So some discussion.
Looks like maybe they're looking for a wet spot on the floor. I think basketball needs to recruit some towel boys like the football does ball boys.
Yeah, get them out there, get it handled quickly. So it looks like they got the spot cleaned up. So it'll be Falcon ball at the baseline. Beach set to dish it in. As now the fans chirping back and forth. And there's a steal, so 6:40 left. Here comes Harrington and the Birds. Outside to Williams. Williams almost losing it, able to hang on. Back to Harrington. There's Thomas. Over to Williams. 17 on the shot clock. And they're calling it Holbrook ball. So maybe moving some cameramen for unknown reasons, as we don't have communication with the referees. So here come the Roadrunners. Here's Harrington. 6:12 left.
5 seconds left. 3 seconds. She's
Put it up,
shoot.
put it up. Does so, no good. 6:05 now. And a wayward pass ends up out of bounds, so it'll be Holbrook ball once again. And Holbrook still trailing by 2. Goes out of bounds off of Mansfield, so it'll remain Holbrook ball. Here's Williams. Fake pass, goes up court. Nice pass to Harrington, getting it out of trouble. Over to Sosi for the deuce, no good. Scooped up by Burnett, passing it out. So here come the Falcons, 5:47 left in the half. Trying to find Burnett, does so outside for the J. Ignacio on that. So now down by 4. A lot of contact there. Looks like they're going to call that on Class A.
Yeah, that's going to be Class A's first, and we've got a couple substitutions coming in for the Roadrunners. Looks like we've got Ava Mann and Francisco coming back in.
So 5:25, here comes Williams. Outside to Mann, corner three. No good, scooped up by Mansfield. All the way down to Nacio, and that's good. So 17-11, excuse me. And these Lady Birds got to find a way to start making them fall and limiting those turnovers like that one right there. As another quick deuce for Nacio. Timeout. So 19-11, 4:57 left in the half. Back after this. So here we go once again. Harrington set to dish it in. And here's Mann outside to Francisco. A double dribble. So down by 8. Falcons have possession. Nacio set to dish it in. 4:53 now left in the half. Outside. Mansfield getting it in there. Denied. And again, then getting called with the travel. Class A unable to get that shot off. So Holbrook ball once again. And the fans continuing to chirp back and forth. Love the passion in this building. Bailey Williams with a triple. Bringing that student section to their feet. 19-14 now, 4:21 left in the half. Nacio spinning, turning, trying to find a way in, doesn't go. Outside to Burnett. Burnett gets her pocket picked by Francisco, and a diving player, looked like that was Beach, couldn't hang on to the ball, so Holbrook ball, 19-14, a chance to scratch their way back in here. There's Williams to Francisco, now into the offensive area. Beautiful pass to Uranga Williams, try to put it in. She does get the call. Yes, there was a lot of contact on that, unless you ask an Alchesay fan, that is.
That's right, yeah.
So Uranga Williams going to the line, her second trip this evening.
And apparently in Alchesay, the hand, the arm, the face is all part of the ball.
Right. So Uranga Williams missing her first there. And her second. As her woes continue at the line. And here come the Falcons. Here's Mansfield. Over to Nacio, trying to find a way in. Pulls up. Passes it off. The deuce is good. Williams to Francisco. Birds down by a touchdown. Outside to Mann. Thought about the three. Back out to Harrington. Harrington, oh no. As the referee maybe got tangled up there at the same time.
Yeah. This many crowds, there's not a lot of room. If you've got more than a size 6 shoe on, your feet are almost in the court.
Yeah, and that referee has to run up and down that lane, and not much movement for room for movement there. Outside, pulls up for the J, drains it. So 23-14 now. Harrington to Francisco. Francisco making her way around her defender. Uranga Williams pulls up. That one gets denied, but it remains Holbrook ball.
That's a good move by Williams.
Class A came in and made a great defensive play there. All the way outside to Francisco. Man, Harrington for the three. She had a wide open look, no good. Scooped up by Class A, almost stolen by Harrington. But they're gonna say Holbrook ball as no contact was made. Holbrook with a chance to cut into this deficit now before the end of this half. Williams. Outside to Harrington. Back to Williams, wide open look for the three. No good, and these Roadrunners' woes continue from three-point land. 2:40 left now. All the way outside to Quintero, driving it there, met by Williams. Williams getting the call. And that was great discipline by Uranga Williams. Let's hope she's okay. She's holding her head, and here comes Bain.
Yeah, Bain is one of those players that's going to give him a spark. You know, she kind of is all over the court.
Agreed, and she's also fun to watch. That one gets stolen as she's met by two. Quintero can't make it fall. Luke does. So 25-14 now, down by 11, 2:18 left in the half. Here's Williams, all alone, pulls up for the triple, and another one doesn't fall. And Uranga Williams unable to get it to go. Inside to Francisco, puts it up, unable to make it fall. These Lady Birds need to end the drought, as Uranga Williams will go back to the line, her third trip.
And that's going to be the third foul on Class A.
First one goes, ending the drought. Back down by 10. A deuce left in the half. And that one goes.
Yeah, the Roadrunners needed those two.
So 1:57 left, down by 9. Here's Quintero. Outside to Gashoni. Over to Mansfield. Gets her pocket picked by Uranga Williams, but she's able to hang on. Getting it outside. Loop with the J, no good. Scooped up by Uranga Williams, and she's fighting for her life down there. Able to get it off to Bailey Williams. 1:29 left in the half, and here's Harrington. Harrington with the J, no good. Uranga Williams unable to get the board. Alchesay with the numbers. Bailey Williams gets a hand on it though. Trying to find Burnett, unable to hang on. So 1:10 left now, still down by 9. Here's Harrington. Out to Williams. Beautiful move in, but unable to make it fall. And Harrington, I don't know about that. I don't know about that call.
Yeah, I think you got to leave that call to the ref on the baseline.
Yeah, he's calling it from way far back. But nonetheless, that is Harrington's third. 59.2 seconds left in the half. Still trailing by 9. Here's Quintero. Mansfield trying to find a way in. Spinning. The J doesn't fall. Shoney getting it into Burnett, no good. Francisco doesn't like the call, saying her arms went straight up.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, Burnett goes to the line, her first trip. This gym is getting loud.
Yeah, Burnett, a 62% free throw shooter.
Missing her first there. So missing both. Bain with the board. And here come the Lady Birds. Final 35 seconds left of the half. Here's Francisco. Back out to Williams. Williams out to Bain. Back to Williams. All the way down to Natoni. Back to Williams. Williams trying to find a way in. 13 on the shot clock. Bain thought about it. Outside the man. 9 on the shot clock. 5 on the shot clock. Able to get it up, unable to make it fall, but it's going to remain Holbrook ball as Burnett was unable to hang on to it by down at the baseline. 6.3 seconds left in the half. Holbrook really needing these points before going into that dressing room. Here's Mann. 2 seconds out to Francisco. You got to shoot it. And completely lost eyes on the clock. 25-16 Falcons in the driver's seat, folks. Stick around, strap in, back for the second half after this.
We have the Booster Club out in the auditorium lobby. They got 50/50 raffle tickets. Go hit them up, support that. Another reminder, if you are a parent of a senior who's on the cheer squad, basketball teams, and fusion, I believe, meet out in the auditorium lobby right before the end of this game. I'll set another reminder. If you would, that would be appreciated. Thank you.
And we are back for the second half. Welcome back to Tony Minot's Gym Buttonholzer Court. Once again, I'm Mark Saxton.
And I'm Chris Allison.
And some discussion at the scoring table. Trying to figure out what's going on down there, as they're lined up to give Holbrook the ball, but that might change. So after some discussion, they will say it is Alchesay's ball. So here we go. Here's the second half. And quickly a three, no good. So that'll be Holbrook ball. And Holbrook needing to make some shots fall, as they have been having some trouble just that first half. They're moving the ball well, just unable to have those shots go down. Trying to find somebody, finding Bailey Williams out for the three, and the Ladybirds coming out swinging 25-19.
Yeah, you like to see that. Williams getting that first shot off and making it.
Showing some life, ending that drought. And here come the Falcons, and that gets picked off, ending up in the hands of Uranga Williams, turning it up court.
Yeah, they're going to call her for a travel.
Ouch. They needed that possession.
Yeah, so we've got, for the Lady Birds, Channing Harrington starting the second half on the bench with 3 fouls.
Yeah, it's tough. Got a whole half to play. You already got 3 fouls on you, as she does come to the scores table. Going to be checking in after this play, and Holbrook with another steal. And Cascoli on it, getting it over to Francisco, all the way down to Thomas. Thomas trying to find a way around. First time, rejected outside to Francisco, trying to find a way in. Floats it there, no good. Scooped up by Alchesay, all the way down to Mansfield. Mansfield met by Cascoli, and she does get the call on the charge. And a big play coming from Cascoli. And she was able to set her feet and not move, and ate every bit of that.
Yeah, it almost looks like she took a forearm to the throat.
Tough play made, big play made. So 25-19, and yet another chance for Holbrook to cut into this deficit. Getting into Cascoli, back to Williams. Williams looking for anybody, trying to find Cascoli, but that gets knocked out of bounds by Ignacio. So it'll remain Holbrook ball. Holbrook getting away with some breaks here, needing to capitalize on it. Here's Francisco, down to Uranga Williams, driving it there, trying to find anybody outside of Harrington. Inside to Williams for the J. And these Birds fighting back, is now down by 4.
Yeah, just keep feeding the ball to Bailey Williams. She's feeling it tonight.
Absolutely. So here comes the Falcons trying to answer back. Here's Ignacio, all the way outside, rejected by Francisco, but they're going to say Williams had the ball and stepped out of bounds. She tried to plead her case. Referee wasn't having it. So here's Ignacio set to dish it in for the Falcons. And that one gets deflected, but still ends up into the hands of Parker. Oh no, and a call made. They're gonna say that one's against Uranga Williams. Tough call, tough play. And that's Uranga Williams' first foul. That's Parker's first trip to the line. First one, good. And this gym is getting really loud now, and I expect it to get even crazier if this score remains close. towards the end of the game. Second one falls. Holbrook down by 6 once again, so 27-21. Here's Bailey Williams, met by 3 Lady Falcons. Trying to find Harrington, ends up finding Francisco, all the way down to Uranga Williams. That pass worked out.
Yeah, it's a great job keeping their eyes up and finding Uranga Williams down low. And we're gonna have a quick timeout by Alchesay.
And 27-23, Holbrook fighting back. Stick around. Back after this. So here's Nashio set to dish it in for Alchesay. Getting it over to Parker. Up by 4, 5:43 left in the third. Driving it there. And getting that charge is Uranga Williams. More than one. Eating every bit of that layup and able to get the call.
Yeah, Alchesay fans didn't like it, but Uranga Williams was standing there plenty of time before.
Agreed. So good call, 27-23 still. 5:35, here comes Man. Man pulls up for the J. No good. Outside to Jim. And Francisco making a tough play there, but it's going to remain Falcon ball. Parker set to dish it in here. Some words exchanged between her and referee Randall and Salmo. They both walk away with a chuckle, so a friendly encounter.
That's right.
So here's Jim driving it there. And a good, tough 2 points needed to end the drought for Alchesay. All the way down to Uranga Williams for the deuce, and they answer right back.
Yeah, they're just leaving Uranga Williams open down there. I don't know what the confusion is, but keep doing it.
Here's Quintero, down to Jim. Jim met by Uranga Williams, and Jim missing that one. Back out to Harrington. Here comes Harrington and the Birds. Down to Williams. Williams denied. And they're gonna say that is on Bailey Williams.
Yeah, I think if she hadn't kind of lowered her
Lunged,
shoulder and lunged into her, then it would have been a defensive foul. Because she definitely didn't have her feet planted.
So here's Quintero, 4:35 now. Mansfield over to Parker. Back out to Quintero. Driving it there, outside of Parker for the J. No good. Scooped up. And that's stolen by Harrington. I think that's like her 7th steal tonight. Outside of Bailey Williams. Outside to Francisco for the 3. No good. Scooped up by Beach. Finding Parker. Back out to Mansfield, but I think that went off of Harrington. Yes, it did. So Alchesay will remain in possession. Beach set to dish it in. Alchesay getting a sub, as that's going to be Loop.
Yeah, it looks like we've got Clarence Sosi coming in for Uranga Williams.
So down by 4. 4 minutes left, 29 on the shot clock, and they're going to say that's a kick off of Williams. Finding Jim. Jim puts it up. Another quick 2. 3:53 left now. all the way down to Man. Man able to hang on, getting it all the way to Sosi. Back out to Harrington for the triple. Nothing but the bottom of the net. 28-31 now, bringing these Holbrook fans to their feet. 3:39 left in the third quarter. Here's Man. Outside of Quintero. For the triple to answer back. No good. Scooped up by Harrington. Harrington dribbling out of trouble, but unable to hang on. And that goes into the stand, so it'll be Alchesay ball. Loop. Getting ready to inbound it here. And maybe another spill down low. So here's Quintero. 3:23 left now in the third quarter. Here comes Loop and almost loses it. Able to hang on, getting it back out to Mansfield for the triple. No good. Scooped up by Sosi. Sosi back to Williams, over to Harrington. 3:10 left now. Driving it into the offensive area. Outside to Man for the three. Contested. Doesn't go. There's Jim. And Loop was not ready for that pass as that pass finds its way to the Holbrook bench. So Holbrook ball, 3:01. Here's Francisco. Inbounding it to Williams. Williams back to Francisco. Puts it up for the two. No good. Uranga Williams with the board. Outside to Francisco for the wide open look at the three. No good. Uranga Williams getting the call on the push. So it'll remain Holbrook ball. And that is going to be on Alyssa Jim of the Falcons. Her second this evening. 2:46 left in the third. Outside to Man. Man almost losing it. Let's see who the foul's going to be on. It's going to be on Alchesay and on Quintero. So Quintero's third of the evening. Things are going to start heating up. It's going to start getting real interesting with those fouls. Francisco all the way back out to Bailey Williams. Williams pulls up for the J. No good. Let's see who they call that on. One's going to be on Francisco with the push. And here comes Nacio for Alchesay and Thomas for Holbrook.
Yeah, I think we've got Quintero and Class A with 3 fouls each for Alchesay and Harrington with 3 fouls for Holbrook.
With a full quarter yet to play. Nacio almost losing it. Her teammate there to save the day. There's Luke. Trying to find a way in. Getting it into Jim. Uranga Williams almost stealing that one. Here's Mansfield.
10 seconds on the shot clock.
Driving it there. Found a lane. Didn't happen.
Oh, no.
Tried to find Thomas, but it hit her ankle. So back into the hands of the Falcons, and here's Mansfield. She's trying to call the play. Here's Nacio, 1:58 left. Finding a lane, putting it up, no good. Scooped up by Uranga Williams and into the hands of Man. Now over to Bailey Williams. Back to Man. Into the offensive area now, 1:46, and that's picked off by Jim. Here's Nacio. Tried to find Jim. Getting it back outside to Loop for the deuce. No good. Scooped up by Man. Got to get it out of there. Stolen by Nacio. Picked up by Jim. Puts it back up. No good. Man. Back out to Sosi. Sosi. Covered. Stolen by Nacio. A lot of turnovers. All the way back over to Beach. Back into Jim. No good. Scooped up by Man once again. Tried to get it to Bailey Williams. Finding its way into the fans. 1:07 left. Here comes Harrington, Cascoli, and Bain.
So Roadrunners going with a little speed on the court now with Harrington, Capscoli, and Bain. All guards that can move down the court.
And the sets of fans chirping back and forth as this game is heating up. Here's Mansfield getting it into Burnett. Outside Ignacio, good fake. That two goes. So 53 seconds left here, 33-28. Holbrook trying to fight their way back in. Here's Bain. Outside to Williams. Williams driving it there. Good move, but rejected by Burnett. And that one was almost stolen again, but they're able to hang on. Here's Ignacio. Over to Burnett for the deuce. 35-28, 30 seconds left.
And we've got a timeout called by Coach Perkins.
Holbrook needs to settle it down, needs to gain their feet. They gotta be able to hang on to that ball. They've had plenty of opportunity.
Yeah, they are in need of getting a score right now to go into the fourth, only down by 5.
It's both sets of fans really getting into it now. And being on the away side,
yeah,
it's a little uneasy up here, Chris. So
yes,
29.8 seconds left. And we'll be back after the timeout. After some discussion, 29.8 seconds. Like I said, once again, here's Harrington all the way out to Williams. Williams met by Mansfield, losing it, diving, able to hang on. They're gonna call a jump ball. Let's see where it goes. They're gonna say Holbrook way, so way to maintain. Williams, good play, 23 seconds left now. Francisco set to dish it in. Here's Harrington, 20 left now. Here's Cascoli, back out to Harrington. Harrington trying to find a way in. Uranga Williams trying to get it out of there. Gets it stolen by Beach. Beach turning it up court all the way down to Mansfield. And that'll do it for this quarter. So 35-28. Alchesay in the lead, fourth quarter, right ahead, back after this. So here we go to start the fourth. Here's Mansfield. Out to Ignacio. See who they call that on.
Charge on Ignacio, it looks like.
So Roadrunner ball. Harrington into Francisco. Francisco down to Bailey Williams. Here's Williams. Pulls up. Getting it out to Cascoli. Over to Francisco for the three. No good. Uranga Williams tried to make a play. Here's Mansfield up by 7. Pass back out to Luke. Francisco almost with the steal. Here's Beach. And they're going to call that a travel. So Holbrook ball, and these are the chances that Holbrook has to capitalize on as time is dwindling down.
Absolutely. They need to be able to get down the floor and get some good shots off.
Handing it off to Harrington. Harrington making her way up court into her offensive area. Down to Bailey Williams. Back to Harrington. Back out to Francisco. Over to Cascoli for the 3. Drains it. Just what they needed. They needed that like the desert needed rain. Alchesay with another miss. Here's Cascoli. Nobody's looking. Ends up in the hands of Francisco. Here's Williams for another 3. Draining it. And they're back in it, folks. 35, 34. And Alchesay, do not look in that rear view mirror. You might see a roadrunner. But don't call it a comeback yet. 6:25 left. Here's Nacio. And this Holbrook crowd has come to life. Mansfield. Nacio trying to drive it there. Met by Williams. Puts it up. No good. Another miss. And that's Holbrook ball. Momentum on Holbrook's side. Here comes Jim and Class A for the Falcons. And the Holbrook student section just waiting for that opportunity to get loud and excited. And these Ladybirds have given them a reason. Harrington able to hang on. Down into the corner to Williams. Back to Harrington from the parking lot. No good. They're going to say Falcon ball. 5:55 left in the game. Here's Mansfield driving it across half court. 5:50 left now. Outside to Luke. Into Jim. Back to Luke. Luke putting it up. No good. Another one. No good. Another one. No good. Back out to Luke. And that one decides to fall. So back up by 3. Here's Cascoli. Back to Harrington. 5:27 left now. Harrington trying to make it up court.
Oh,
that was a good save as she dives into the stands. Able to complete it. So 39-34 now. Here come the Birds. Williams. Down by 5. Here's Harrington. Harrington with the floater. No good. Into the hands of Luke. All the way down to Nacio. Nacio trying to find a way in. There's Jim. Jim met by Uranga Williams. Putting it up. 41-34 now. There's Bailey Williams. Back to Harrington. Into Francisco. Francisco all the way down to Uranga Williams. Met by Jim. Puts it up. No good, but she does get the call, so she's going to the line for 2, her 4th tonight. And needing these points.
That's going to be the 3rd foul on Jim.
First one doesn't go. Here comes Thomas. Second one goes. Much needed. So here's Natoni. So down by 6. Class A set to dish it in for the Falcons. And gets it into Mansfield right on cue. 4:27 left now. Mansfield looking to see what she has in front of her. Slowing it down. Here's Loop outside to Jim. Back to Mansfield. Mansfield trying to direct traffic, getting it over to Loop. There's Nashio. And that'll be Holbrook ball.
Right.
Unknown what happened there. I was unable to see it from my angle.
Yeah, I don't
know if she lost it going up or if it was hit or...
Yeah, it flew up into the air like it got hit, but she must have just lost it.
They're calling that foul on Nashio. Some contact there. And Alchesay fans letting know their displeasure for the call. That's Nashio's third foul of the evening. Williams trying to find somebody. She's got to get it in. Hurry up. Good pass between the legs. But that's stolen by Mansfield. Here's Nashio all the way over to Luke. Back to Luke for the J. Doesn't fall. Jim with the board. We're going to call that on Francisco. And that is her third foul of the evening. So Falcon ball. Here's Mansfield. And that foul's going to go against Alchesay, waving it off. Let's see who that's on. 35. That's Class A.
And that's going to be Class A's fourth.
Going all the way, oh no, and a violation. Or?
She reached over
reached over that invisible area.
That's right.
So they've got Francisco wide open down. Nope, not anymore. Let's see what they come up with here. Another whistle, time. Is it a timeout?
Yeah, I believe
Full
so.
timeout from Coach Perkins. So 3:38 left, trailing by 6. Back after the timeout. So here is Francisco set to dish it in for the Birds, down by 6, 3:38 left. Into Bailey Williams. Williams getting it stolen. And here come the Falcons. Here's Mansfield with the deuce, so 43-35, 3:23 left. Roadrunners needing to answer back. Luke getting a hand on it. Remaining Holbrook ball.
A good play by Harrington not to pick that up, as she was probably going to be close to a 10-second violation.
All the way over to Francisco, who was wide open. All the way down to Uranga Williams. Putting it up there. No good. Scooped up by Jim. Stolen by Cascoli. Jim picked it up. And almost rolling it to Mansfield. There's Nashio. No good, but Francisco getting the foul called on her, as they're saying some contact was had. So that's her fourth. So Nashio going to the line, missing both her first time around. That one goes. Second one falls as well. So now the deficit climbs to 10. Williams needing to get it in quickly here. Francisco, Harrington. Harrington into the offensive area. Back to Williams. Williams pulls up for the three. No good. So here comes Alchesay. Ignacio. All the way down to Loop. Into Jim. Jim not able to make that one fall. Getting it out to Mansfield. Mansfield getting called on the charges. That was a smart play. Oh, no.
Yeah, they're going to call a block.
Oh, no.
On Bailey Williams.
No. No. Here's Mansfield. Her first trip to the line tonight. Up. So now the lead 13. So Holbrook found themselves trailing only by 1, now trailing by 13, needing to find a way back in as Harrington dribbles around the referee, back up court, coast to coast, finding Uranga Williams for the quick 2, showing some life now.
Yeah, good vision by Harrington to find a wide open Williams. Now defense needs to step up.
Just like that, steal right on cue. And it looks like Mansfield getting called.
So it looks like Sammy Thomas is going to go to the line. Thomas, 12 for 29 on the season, 41% free throw shooter.
And that's Mansfield's second of the evening as timeout being called. So 48-37, 2:12 left. And we'll be back after the timeout. Set to go again. So Thomas lined up, ready for the first of 2. And the first one does not go. And the Roadrunners are running out of time. Take advantage of situations just as this. Missing both doesn't help the cause. 2:10. Trailing by 9. Thomas and Williams on Nacio. Nacio running out of space and losing the ball. There's Harrington. Harrington into the offensive area. Over to Williams. Williams with a wide open look at the 3. Drains it. So down by 8 once again with 1:49 left. And the Roadrunners have to put the pedal to the metal here. Here's Williams. And Jim with the steal and able to put it back up, increasing the lead back to 10. 134. Now final 90 seconds. Harrington from way back. Oh my goodness.
Harrington
answering the call.
Looking like Steph Curry out there.
Where's the travel? Thank you. There it is. Down by 7, 116. And if it's going to happen now, if it's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Well, these Roadrunners are in the bonus, so any foul they will be shooting.
Harrington back over to Williams. Williams trying to drive it there, floating it in and out. Thomas trying to make a play at it. And the call is Alchesay's way. So 60 seconds is all that is left of this game. Williams. And that's stolen by Harrington. Harrington trying to drive it there. Getting it to Williams. Back down by 5. 46 seconds left now. Here's Loop and the Falcons. And that one's no good, and they're calling it Holbrook way.
Uranga Williams took the charge, and she went down hard.
So 40.9 seconds left in this game. And this one's going down to the wire. As Classe has fouled out now. And Alchesay going to take a timeout. So Holbrook clawed their way back into this game. It is not over yet, folks. Strap in and hang on. Back after the timeout. So we are back, and once again, Holbrook in the bonus with also a couple of fouls left to give as they only got 3 on them. Down by 5, needing to get rid of it. All the way down to Bailey Williams. Williams driving it there, bobbing and weaving through traffic. Beautiful no-look pass to Williams, and that's 2.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, man, Bailey Williams had the steal. Refs are saying that a timeout was called by Coach Perkins before that.
What?
So stay with us after the game as tonight's seniors will be celebrating them. And it looks like it.
Looks like it counts. They have not changed it yet. So 32.1 seconds left and down by 3, 50-47.
And barring any sort of weird ranking, the Roadrunners should have a home playoff game on the 12th at 7 o'clock. So they would have to drop 3 spots for that to change. Roadrunners coming out showing full court press.
And they're saying the 2 points will stand. So it's 50-47. And once again, Holbrook with a couple of fouls to give. Here's Mansfield into Loop, met by Harrington. Harrington almost picks her pocket, has her trapped in the corner. She gets it to Mansfield, driving it there. All the way back to Burnett, back in the hands of Burnett, and now they're killing time.
Yeah,
smart play. They got to get the foul. Harrington with the steal. Harrington with the steal. She drives it all the way down, and it's 50-49. Coach Perkins calls a timeout. 1-point game. They're back in it. 8.8 seconds left.
The Roadrunners have to be able to get the steal here. They can't let them get down court.
They got to get that foul if they don't end up with it.
So they put a little bit of time back on the clock. We've got 10 seconds on the clock.
And that was Coach Perkins' last timeout, I believe. "10 seconds, down by 1. The Roadrunners just won't go away. And some confusion about something on the scoreboard. And the coach of Alchesay and referee Randall and Samo exchanging some pleasantries there. And Randall saying, nope, everything is correct. And we are back on the floor, moments away. And both sets of fans getting into it. They need to get the foul. They need to get the foul. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's how it will end, as they were unable to get a foul. 50-49. Ladybirds falling just short. But nonetheless, they're still in the playoffs. Stick around for senior night. Moments away.
Yeah, because you put them at the line, even if they make both, you still have a chance to tie it with the so they're going to do all the boys junior day,
Okay, everyone. Evan, can you bump the sound up? Again, we want to honor our senior athletes tonight. We'll do our fusion drill first. Is it up? Okay. All right, as we announce them, they'll come out, walk all the way to the north end of the gym. Again, give them a good hand and a good round of applause. First up for fusion, we have Brandon Leonard. After plays guitar, he's been for 2 years. His favorite high school memory is learning new songs and making memories with fusion. Future plans after high school, go to Tech University to become a diesel mechanic. He is thankful for his family and for the friends he's made through fusion and school. Brandon Leonard. Next we have Michaela Kay. Sadie, high school, Sadie Young, her mom, and coach on her sister. Plays drums 1 year. Favorite high school member going to Phoenix to participate in the skills competition for NAVA construction. Plans after high school, continue her education in Utah and become an engineer. She's most thankful for her mom and siblings and movies. Michaela Kay. Next we have Shem Castillo. Escorted by her mom, Cheryl Castillo, and her brother, Cyrus Castillo. She's a bassist, 3 years. Favorite high school memory, performed at the EAC Honor Band with Mesa and Chris, also lunch. Her favorite plans after high school, her future plans after high school, attend EAC to get her bachelor's degree in music education, then become a music teacher. She's most thankful for her mom, for her many, many friends, her siblings, her dog, and I believe that says Zenka. Shan Castillo. Next one, Chris Cologne. Chris is escorted by Aaron and Becky Cologne. He's a drummer. He's been in Fusion for 4 years. Favorite high school memory, traveling with the band and going on tour. Future plans after high school, attend music school and learn music production and produce his own music. His favorite, thankful for support from his band family, Chris Cologne. Next we have Elena Philpott. Right? She's escorted Victoria Matthew Philpott, plays the drums. She's been in for 3 years. Favorite high school memory was she went to California adventure with Fusion, and we were the last ones to get on the Grizzly River and got stopped because somebody put their feet in the water. We were stuck for about 15 minutes. Future plans after high school, go to college and study social work. She's most thankful for her parents, her brothers for believing in her, and for pushing her. Also my friends, she made it Fusion, Elena Philpott. Next we have William Kynes. William, let's go by Colleen and George Kynes. He plays wide receiver and guitar. One Fusion. Favorite high school memory, Colorado 2023 football. Future plans after high school, run track in college. He's most thankful for the band, his brothers, and track. William Kynes. Next we have Lisa Morris. Lisa escorted by Seth Morris. She's a bassist, 4 years. She played high school memory, riding the Grizzly River Run with her friends in California. Future plans after high school, go to Michigan for a few months, then go to culinary school. She's most thankful for her parents, siblings, Fusion, Mrs. Minx, Dr. Pepper, and Fortnite. Lisa Morris. Avery Jackson. Avery Jackson, escorted by Marsha Jensen. His position is left wing guitar. He's played for 2 years. Favorite high school memory, playing music with Will and Chris. Future plans after high school, go to college. And he's most thankful for his amazing teachers. Avery Jackson. All right, next we have our cheer team, our spirit line team. First we have Addison Hatch, escorted by Misty and Tyson Hatch, cheerleader for 1 year. Favorite high school memory, late night hangouts with friends. Future plans are to go to EAC for cosmetology, and she's most thankful for her friends, family, and God. Maggie B. Next we have Peggy Trujillo, escorted by Randy and Monica. Randy Trujillo, Monica Vestas, 1 year. Favorite high school memory, freshman year, state playoffs for softball. Future plans after high school to become an early education teacher, and her thankful for Mr. Rabbit Gremlin. Peggy Trujillo. We have Talia Morales, escorted by Veronica Aguilera Ramirez. She's a captain on the cheer team for 2 years. Favorite high school memory, going to Japan and Korea, and receiving the Top All-American Award at NCAA Cheer Camp. Future plans after high school, continue pursuing her dance career at Grand Canyon University and study sports and performance psychology. She's most thankful for God, family, and friends, and their unwavering love and support. Talia Morales. Next, we have Brady Livingston. She's escorted by parents Nicole Sean Tao, sorry. I'm trying to read this, Brady. Position is manager of the cheer team for 1 year. Her favorite high school memory is Long to Read. Brady. Help me out here, dude. I'm sorry. I know I got old eyes. Favorite high school memory is FBLA State. FBLA State with I can't read the rest of it, I'm sorry. Future plans after high school. She's going to go to cosmetology school. She's most thankful for. Oh, this is not ready. What do we got? She's most thankful for her family. Is that it? And the opportunities they've given her. Thank you, Brady. Brady Livingston. Okay, next we have girls basketball players. Girls basketball players. Okay, first up we have Casey Sosa, a Clarence Seed Associate, call her Casey. Casey Sosa, that's from she's a guard, sometimes post. She's played for 4 years. Favorite high school memory, going to Colorado and hanging out with Bailey, Chan, Mike, and Shayla. Future plans after high school, finish associate's degree in welding and go to work for Iron Workers Union. She's most thankful for her mom, family, and friends, along with coaches, and giving her an opportunity to play her senior year. Clarence Seed Associate. Next we have Farrah Tony. Dad Farrah Ghazi and older brother Anderson White. Plays post, she's played for 3 years. Favorite high school memory, epic journey in Chandler, where, I gotta say this, where she made the point at the free throw line to make the final score 67. Okay? Future plans after high school, sleep, not going to work in Texas or Wild Tech in Wyoming. She's most thankful for her parents, grandparents, and the team that has given her, made lots of memories with, Farrah and Tony. Next, we have Maya Francisco. Plays guard and power forward. She's played for 3 years. Favorite high school memory when Paz popped her tire and thought she hit a rabbit. But really, I think Shay, Bailey, and Chan were too heavy for the car and made the tire go flat. Okay? Plans after high school to pursue going to college and earn her bachelor's degree in nursing. She's most thankful for, she wants to thank God for giving her the strength, guidance, and opportunities that brought her to this moment. I'm endlessly grateful for my support from my family members, that it wouldn't be possible without them. I'm forever blessed for all the friendships she's made through this sport. Her teammates have never meant so much to her and will always hold a special place in her heart. Maya Francisco. Next, we have Heidi Bobby, escorted by Richard, John, Linda John, and Derek Little. Played for 4 years. Favorite high school memory, laughing too loud on the bus when Shay Lee about the Uzi edit, then getting yelled at by Paz for being too loud, then making what should have been the game-winning shot. Future plans after high school, go to college, become a pediatric nurse practitioner. She's most thankful for her parents, grandparents, uncle for always coming to her games, and thankful to her teammates, especially the underclassmen, Jamie, Amber, Ava, and Kylie, and thankful for her coaches and Paz for believing in her when she was in doubt. Also very thankful for all the memories she made with the team this year. Heidi Bobby. Next we have Rory Wheeler, escorted by Christine Mitchell and her sister, Mitchell, I'm sorry. Manager Commemorative, manager for 2 years. Favorite high school member is playing, Greg, come on out here, is playing Pumpkin with Heidi and Maya and algebra the last 2 years. Future plans after high school, go to ASU for an architectural program for 4 years. She's most thankful for her mom and family for supporting every decision she's made and for being by her side. Greg Wheeler. Come on, man. Can we squeeze everything down a little bit farther? We got 8 boys left. Or we can just go the boys right in front where Coach Madison is. Okay, we'll send the boys there. First up for the boys, we have Keith Thompson. Let's go to the job. For 2 years. Okay, his favorite high school member when we were. Keith, come here. Favorite high school member when we were, I can't read it, sorry. Coming back early from the Round Valley tournament and telling tall tales, I think that's what this says, okay? Fans out of high school, do concrete foundation work with his dad for a bit, and then go to the Marines after a year. Most thankful for his parents for helping with things and needs, and once, and coaches for helping with basketball. Keith Thompson. Next we have Travis Meyer. Because he had a lot of fun playing and hanging out with the guys. After high school, his plan of adjusting his plan for high school is to pursue his firefighter certification, to be a hot shot, and also go to college to further his education. He's most thankful for his mom because she doesn't look for him. Travis Meyer. Next we have Cody after the day. Escorted by Prince Bruce and Fernando. He plays post. He's played every year. His favorite high school memory is tonight, senior night. His future plans after high school is to build houses. He's most thankful for hair approval and his favorite team. Cody after the day. Next we have Brady Vicente. Escorted by Michelle and Jerry Vicente. He's played for 4 years. His favorite high school member is being a part of his team. Future plans after high school and Lady Cherry. He's most thankful for his team, his family, and God. Brady Vicente. Next we have Tyler Lee. Escorted by David Sanford. Has played for 2 years. Favorite high school member is football season, basketball season, and track season. Future plans at the high school, go to college for an electrical engineering degree and become a football coach. He's most thankful for his mother, David Sanford, his father, former Willie, and his 2 brothers, David Sanford and Kendrick Green, his sister, Samantha Sanford. Tyler Lee. Next we have Amari Nelson. That's the one Jacob his first year playing Varsity. His favorite high school member was being a part of his team. His future plans after high school is to go to college or go to trade school. He's most thankful for family, friends, and his coaches. Amari Nelson. Next we have Sophie, Michelle Sophie, and Julia Sophie. Future plans at the high school. Community college and one for our cross country team. He's most thankful for family and friends for their support. Okay, I think that's it. Again, we want a big round of applause for all the seniors, their parents, their family, proving a long time to our high school graduate. So we appreciate everything you guys have done. And we'll give you about 5 minutes for some quick pictures, then we're going to have the applause there. Thank you.
It looked like it was coming a lot farther.
Once everybody clears the floor, we will do a quick sweep over. We will do a quick sweep over once everyone is clear the court. Thank you.
There is a photography screen on the lobby if you want to take more pictures. We didn't clear the court because we have a Varsity Boys game coming up. There is a photography screen out there. Girls basketball players, gather hang up and head to the locker room, please. Girls basketball players afterwards.
Ladies on the cheer squad. Ladies, when you're ready, the mic is yours. Interscholastic Association, and they abide by the rules and regulations set forth by the association to maintain and through the highest standards of sportsmanship. We ask that as spectators, you consider the time and effort that these two teams have put tonight in preparing for tonight's game. We ask you cheer for your team in the spirit of good sportsmanship. As a reminder, the AIA prohibits the use of flash photography during the game as it can cause a distraction to the players. Please refrain from using your flash while you're taking your pictures. And now, for the starting lineups for the Alchesay Falcons.
Welcome back to Tony Minogue's Gym, Budenholzer Court. Once again, I'm Mark Saxton.
And I'm Chris Allison.
And if that first game wasn't enough for you, we have a whole nother one starting up. Moments away from tip-off. Holbrook, Alchesay. Always proves to be a fantastic contest.
Oh yeah, the girls' game was a nail-biter for sure. I wouldn't expect any different from the boys' game. First time these two teams met, Holbrook did take the L, so they're looking to bounce back from that.
Yeah, and the girls losing only by one, 50 to 49. So both sets of fans got to get warmed up pretty good. Let's see how everybody responds in this game. As Mason opens it up with a J.
And starting out tonight, because it's senior night, we've got all seniors on the floor for the Roadrunners.
Here's Nelson. Nelson trying to hang out. Back to Vicente. Vicente. Back to Nelson. Inside. Thompson for the boost.
Good move by Thompson.
Here's Antonio handing it off to Yazzie. Gets his pocket picked. And here comes Nelson. Nelson able to get up there and get it, and one. And giving those Holbrook fans something to cheer for. No good. So Antonio coming in. Mason. Getting called on the travel.
Yeah, I think it's either going to be a travel or a charge. So, sure, Mason would probably rather take the travel.
Nelson asking for help, getting Vicente to answer the call. Up by 2. Vicente pulls up for the 3. Nails it. 7-2, quickly up by 5.
And that's something we haven't seen in the last few games from Vicente. He's been kind of cold from the three-point line, but he's an excellent three-point shooter.
Absolutely, as I think the last couple of games he just hasn't been able to find a groove and get comfortable. But every night he starts out with a 3, he ends up getting comfortable real quick and showing out. 6:10 left in the first. Here's Nelson. Back out to Nakadene. Over to Baya. Back in the hands of Vicente. All the way over, finding its way to Nelson. Back to Vicente for the 3. Nothing but the bottom of the net. And quieting these Alchesay.
Oh, and we got a steal.
Oh, the birds are on fire right now, folks. Don't look now, but here comes Nelson. Back to Vicente. Pulls up for the J. No good. Here's Mason. Pulled up for the 3. No good. Scooped up by Yazzie. Yazzie getting the call saying he was on the floor while the foul happened. They're going to call that one on Baya. Here's Yazzie. Back in the hands of Mason. Met by Nakadene. Yazzie trying to find a way in. Back out to DeSola. Dosella. Mason with the J. No good that time. Baya with the board. 5:03 left in the first. Oh.
Whoa.
Thought he was looking for Thompson for a second, but Nelson was there waiting.
Yeah, Nelson hiding out, man. I thought he was just throwing that out of bounds.
Here's Vicente. Oh, try to find Nakadene, but he's able to hang on. As I think it's going to remain Holbrook ball out on Yazzie.
So Holbrook get the inbounds pass with 13 seconds left on the shot clock. And we've got some subs coming in. We've got Manny Guerrero and Braylon Talaman.
Nope, Manny Rico.
Or Manny Rico, sorry, Manny Rico.
And Talaman. Oh. Here comes Bullcalf. For the Goose, 10-4. Here's Talaman. Back out to Baya. Over to Vicente. In the hands of Nelson. 17 on the shot clock. Lex for the 3. Nails it. 13-4.
And that's someone you want to see get going too, as he was almost perfect.
Absolutely.
Last home game.
Here's Talaman. Rico. Finding a way in, getting it back out to Baya. Baya getting rejected though. And they're gonna say Holbrook ball.
Baya hitting the floor hard, and
here comes Rashad Butterfield for the Falcons. Finding Baya. Baya losing it into the hands of Bullcalf. Here's Dosella. Back into Yazzie, gets his pocket picked by Talaman. Talaman slowing it up, letting the rest of the Roadrunners catch up. Out to Nelson. Nelson to Rico, corner three. Oh! And the Birds, I believe, at this point, nailing every three-pointer they've attempted thus far.
yeah, 4 for 4, and that causes a quick timeout by Alchesay.
Yeah, they had to catch their breath there. 16-4, 3:29. Back after this. So a timeout maybe to stop momentum a little bit, stop the bleeding a little bit, as the Roadrunners up by a dozen, and Butterfield set to dish it in for the Falcons. Does so finding Mason. Mason back to Bullcalf. Over to Butterfield, trying to find a way in past Baya. Baya slams the door shut. Back to Butterfield. Over to Dosella. Dosella met by Vicente, trying to get up there. No good. Butterfield with the board. No good. Scooped up by Nelson. Nelson getting it out to Talaman. Talaman able to dribble. 3 minutes left now here in the first. All the way down to Rico. Back to Talaman.
Nelson was wide over on the wing.
There he is again. Nope, not anymore. Vicente faking the shot. Here's Rico trying to find a way in. Look for Nelson, finding him. Nelson, wide open three, drains it, 5 for 5, 19-4.
The Birds are stroking it right now. And looks like maybe Vicente might be bleeding as he caught an elbow on that last possession. So he's gonna go to the locker room and get a Band-Aid. And
let's hope he's all right as Guerrero checks in. So 19-4, the Birds came out swinging, 2:31 left. And that pass gets picked off by Baya. And the Birds continue to roll. Here comes Talaman, over to Nelson, into the hands of Baya. All the way around to Talaman. Rico almost wasn't looking, but he was able to catch up there, Talaman. They're gonna say out on Talaman, so it'll be Alchesay ball, 2:10 left here in the first quarter.
so both these teams fighting for some better seeding right now, as well as the Roadrunners are just outside of the copper bracket at number 18. Top 16 teams in 3A, 1A, and 2A get in. They are number 11 in 3A, and Alchesay number 16 right now.
And another steal, but they do get hands on it, missing the layup. Nelson out to Guerrero. Guerrero over to Baya. Baya slowing it down, get it back to Rico. Guerrero thought about it, over to Talaman, corner three. Nailing it! 6 for 6, folks. These Birds cannot be stopped right now. 22-4, and who would have guessed that right out of the gate?
Well, they came off an excellent shooting night last Friday as they scored 73 points, I believe.
So here comes Jeremy Nosey in for Adrian Docella. Antonio set to dish it in. Getting it over to Bull Calf. Back to Antonio. Met by Nelson. Gets it stolen by Talaman. Talaman on a quick run. Gets it up there and drains it. 24-4. Nelson almost with another steal, but they're able to hang on. Here comes Alchesay. And Alchesay getting called with the travel. And it seems like everything is going against Alchesay to start this game.
Yeah, Alchesay is just not with it right now. This Roadrunner shooting has really thrown them off their game.
Rico missing their very first three of the evening. Final 60 seconds of this first quarter. And here's Nosey. Trying to find a way in. Finding Butterfield, putting it up there. That one goes. So 24-6. Birds on a roll, very much in control of this game. Rico. Finding a lane.
Manny Rico driving the ball.
He said, you know what, I'll do this one on my own, boys. Stand back and watch this.
And that's something we've seen more and more as the season has gone on from Rico, and it has really benefited the Roadrunners.
20 seconds. Birds up 26-6. Antonio drains that one. 13 seconds left now. Here's Talaman. Coach Johnson telling him to slow it down and spread out. Final second, putting it up, and he gets it off, and it counts. Count it, count it. Yes, they do. It counts. 29-8. Birds on fire. End of the first. Stay tuned for the second shortly after this. So here we go in a very loud gymnasium as Talaman sets to dish it in right on cue. Here's Rico. The Birds absolutely on fire right now. Here's Baya, back to Rico. Rico finding yet another lane. 31-8, and the lead grows.
Yeah, Birds coming out of that first quarter, 8 for 9 from beyond the arc.
Have a night. Here's Antonio. Back out, all the way over to Docella. Back to Antonio. Into the hands of Mason. Mason, no good. Antonio up again, no good. Scooped up by Baya as their woes continue. And they are unable to shut the door on these Roadrunners. Here's Guerrero, all the way over to Rico. Nelson, Baya. Guerrero, over to Talaman. Over to Rico. 10 on the shot clock. That one gets knocked out of bounds with 5 seconds left on the shot clock, and they're gonna say, still Holbrook ball, wait. Yep, still Holbrook ball. 5 seconds on the shot clock, 6:47 left in the half. 31-8, Birds up by bunches. Gotta get rid of it, there it is, Baya over to Rico, 3 seconds left, 2, 1, gotta get it up, didn't even see the shot clock as the violation counts. 6:40 left. Alchesay Balsa. Alchesay catching a break there. I think that's the first thing that's gone their way.
Yeah, I'll just say with some good defense.
So 6:35 left, and all of a sudden all we hear is Holbrook fans, Alchesay fans, very quiet. Here's Docella trying to drive it there, back into the hands of Mason. Outside to Yazzie, into Yazzie. Yazzie finding the bucket, 31-10, down by 3 touchdowns. 6:10 left in the half. Here's Rico. Beautiful pass to Baya, but that gets shut down by Docella. Wait, calling a foul.
Baya's going to go to the line. Baya is an excellent free throw shooter.
And it is his first trip to the line tonight. Baya's first is good, just as you said, good at the line. Second one, no good, scooped up by Antonio, so 32-10, and here comes Alchesay. Docella, met by Talaman. Docella trying to drive it there. Looks like they're calling the foul on Rico. So Docella will go to the line, his first trip this evening.
Docella, 71% from the line this year.
So if you're out to say this is the guy you want. Missing that one. Second one goes. So 32-11, 5:42 left in the half. Here's Rico. Driving it there. Outside to Vicente. Vicente unable to hang on, and that finds its way to the bench. And it is good to see Vicente back out there after catching that elbow above the eyebrow. And Yazzie all by himself, but he's met by Rico. Back out to Docella, who's met by Talaman. Talaman to Yazzie. Yazzie trying to drive it there.
Oh.
And yes, he does get the charges. Vicente stayed put.
Vicente not afraid to take on the big man.
And that'll be Yazzie's first of the evening. So Alchesay on their heels in the first half. Not something many would have predicted. Here's Nelson. Nelson's met by Yazzie. Into the hands of Vicente, out to Talaman. That pass gets deflected, but Nelson ends up with it. Trying to drive it there, no good. And I believe that'll be Holbrook ball. Going off of Yazzie. And Antonio and the referee exchanging some words. Out to Vicente, another three. Drains it.
Roadrunners, 90% from beyond the arc right now.
Killing it. Here's Docella, thought about the three. 35-11, Roadrunners. A lot of contact there. I believe that one's gonna go against Talaman. So Docella, second trip. First one, in and out. Kind of matches the rest of their start this evening. And in this kind of a game, Alchesay trying to cling to anything they can build on. play was stopped as he said a few words to Baya there. 4:25 now left in the half. Here's Talaman. Outside to Vicente, corner three, no good. Talaman with the board. That one out of bounds, going Holbrook way, off of Docella. Into Nelson, back to Rico. Rico driving it there, trying to, and he does find another lane, and I believe he's gonna get that call as well. Rico going to the line, his first trip this evening. First one doesn't fall. Second one doesn't go either. Nelson's there to pick it up though, 37-12.
Baya tipping that ball up, keeping it alive, able to get it tipped over to Nelson.
Down to Mason. Mason trying to put it there, does so. 37-14. Holbrook very much in the driver's seat, very much in control, into the hands of Nelson. Baya back to Rico, over to Talaman. Talaman trying to find a lane down there. Gets rejected, doesn't matter, ends up in the hands of Nelson, who gets the call. Because I believe that one's going to be on Young. And it is. First one goes for Nelson. That one goes as well. 39-14 as that pass ends up into the bench of Alchesay. Mason zigged, the ball zagged. And Holbrook with another possession. Here's Baya, back to Rico. Vicente thought about the three, back out to Rico. Rico trying to drive it there, outside to Nelson, wide open look at the bucket. No good, Vicente able to recover. Back out to Talaman. Rico, 3:05 left in the half. Back out to Talaman. Outside to Rico for a wide open look at the three, no good. Scooped up by Bullcalf, and here comes Alchesay. There's Nosey, back out to Bullcalf. Talaman picks his pocket. Quick whistle on a jump call.
I believe that's going to be Alchesay ball. And it is. So they'll retain possession. 22 seconds left on the shot clock.
2:38 left in the half, and maybe the break they needed to try and crawl back into this game. There's Docella outside for the three. No good. Scooped up by Baya.
And the fans letting them know that that shot did not hit the rim.
So here's Talaman. Talaman finding a lane, stopping, putting it up. Nails it. 41-14. 2 minutes, 5 seconds left in the half. The Roadrunners came out swinging, and Vicente just swipes it from him. Back to Vicente. Here's Rico. 1:50 left. Rico draining the three. 30-point lead. These road runners are absolutely on fire, and nothing seems to be going Alchesay's way as it rolls out of bounds on Nosy. So some substitutes made on Alchesay's side. There's Nelson. Back out to Talaman. Here's Rico. Out to Vicente. 10 on the shot clock. Needing to find a way in quickly. 5 seconds left. Got to put it up. Nelson wide open, look at the three. No good. Scooped up by Baya.
We're going to get a foul on, maybe on Gosella.
Yes, it is. So Holbrook ball, 58.4 seconds left.
And that's 3 fouls already on Gosella.
Roadrunners in the bonus.
So 45-14, first one goes for Baya. Second one good as well, 46-14. And the floodgates are open, as pretty much anything goes for Holbrook at this point. Butterfield, out to Yazzie. Over to Bullcalf. 42 seconds left in the half as he loses it. Holbrook ball. Here's Nelson. Final 32 seconds. Corner three, Rico. And it just seems like anything will fall for him. As that went all the way in, all the way out, and then back in.
We're going to get a foul.
That's probably going to be on Tallman. And it is on Tallman. So Ivins, his first trip this evening. First one goes.
Evans, a 52% free throw shooter.
Second one goes as well. So 49-16, final 17 seconds of the half. Here's Rico, trying to find a way in. Outside to Guerrero for the three. No good, scooped up by Butterfield. Out to Bullcalf. Pulls up for the three, no good. And that'll do it at halftime, folks. Roadrunners all night. 49-16, end of the half. Back after this.
A ticket for the half court shot, come out and get your chances to win the blanket. Only if you pre-bought a ticket. We have 30 pre-bought tickets that were for the half court shot. If you're not out here,
What happened there?
And here we go to start the second half back at Tony Mino's Gym Buttonholzer Court once again. I'm Mark Saxton.
And I'm Chris Allison.
And this is a story where it has been all road runners all night. And here they go again, Tallman.
Yeah, Roadrunners up by 33 to start the half.
Here's Rico.
As a team shooting 63% from three-point land.
Not tonight. Here's Vicente.
Oh man,
I thought that was another one. Hey, but Baya's there to pick him up and put 2 on the board, 51-16. And almost losing it, but he's able to hang on. Looks like they're gonna call that on Tallman. And that'll be his 3rd of the evening. All the way into Dosella. Dosella looking to see what he's got in front of him. Met by Vicente. Outside into the corner. Back around. Here's Yazzie. Yazzie out to Edwards. Edwards back to Yazzie. Beautiful pass. Baya getting caught with the foul as his back was turned, just happened to run into him.
Yeah, Baya was just turning around and just caught him. Little push.
So Yazzie will make his first trip to the line tonight. Never mind, they're saying he was on the floor, so it will be an inbound. Here's Edwards. Back out to Evans. Evans trapped by Rico, but a good little shot off as he drops a teardrop. 51-18. Here's Rico, fouled by Yazzie.
Evans, a nice little fadeaway. These Roadrunners, they're in the mix for a couple different final seedings. If they kind of stay at the same seed they're at, they'll have if they drop a couple seeds, which I don't think they will, assuming they win this game and they win at Blue Ridge tomorrow. But if they do drop, they'll have a home game on the 13th. If they stay where they're at or move up 1 seed, they will have an away game on the 17th as part of round 1 of the playoffs.
And Tallman, they're able to finish. Coach Johnson not happy with that series of play, calling a timeout, but 53-18, 6 minutes left in the 3rd. Back after this. So here comes Yazzie and the Falcons trying to find the answers to make something happen as Vicente was trampled. Let's see what the call is. It's going to go against Yazzie.
Yeah, Vicente's taken some hard charges this game.
Let's hope he's okay. He looks a little banged up. Nelson into Tallman.
Yeah, I know that stance. Vicente got hit right below the belt on that charge.
Oof. Because that foul's going to be on Edwards. So here's Rico. Tallman all the way back to Rico, met by Yazzie. Rico into the offensive area, getting it to Baya, back out to Tallman. Here's Rico. Nice little move there as he stutter step. Oh no, getting called with the travel. So it'll be Alchesay ball. And Antonio dishes it in to Edwards. 5:15 left now. Finding a lane, not getting the points to back it up though. Rico out to Tallman. 5:05 left in the third quarter.
Got to get it across half court.
Got to get it there. Yep, there's the violation. And here comes Daryl Bullcalf.
So Alchesay starting out this half with some tough defense.
They just got to find a way to have that offense complement it. So 5:01 left. Now, and here's Yazzie. Trying to get around Baya. Back outside to Antonio. Over to Bullcalf. Into the hands of Antonio. Finds a lane. Some life from Alchesay. 53-20 now. Here's Tallman. Nelson. Rico. 17 on the shot clock. Back out to Baya. 8 on the shot clock. And Baya able to save the day there as that ball went wayward. He's able to scoop it up and take it to the bucket himself for 2.
Yeah,
55-20.
Tallman lost the handle driving and just it rolled into Baya's hands.
And Bullcalf able to get the 2 there. So up by 33. Here come the Roadrunners. Rico. Oh no, tried to get it to Tallman, but Edwards was there to, Bullcalf was there to steal it. And they're gonna say jump ball.
Yeah, great recovery by Tallman, able to get his hands on the ball.
So out to say ball, here's Yazzie. Back over to Bullcalf, met by Rico. Gotta find a way in. Here's Antonio trying to call for help. It's Bullcalf. There is the 2. Here come the Roadrunners. Oh, they just left it wide open for him. Here's Nosey. Out to Docella. Back to Bullcalf. Back out to Nosey for the wide open 3. No good. So Holbrook ball on our side of the gymnasium has gotten real quiet.
And that's going to be number 4 on Micah Yazzie.
And that's not one you want to see foul out if you're an Alchesay fan.
No, not at all.
Here's Rico finding its way to Tallman. Tallman met by 2 Falcons, but he's able to bob and weave down there by the baseline, finding 2 points.
And Tallman had a kind of quiet half offensively in the first half, really turning it on here.
Here's Docella. Bullcalf. Out all the way around to Yazzie for the 3, no good. And Baya ends up drawing the foul. It's gonna be Judah Yazzi's second foul of the evening.
And I believe that's going to put the Roadrunners in the bonus.
For the final 2 minutes, 11 seconds, and Nelson, no, it should be Bayard on the line, yeah?
Yeah.
And Baya's first is good. Second one, good. 5 for 6 at the line tonight so far for Baya. 61-24, and another steal. Here comes Tallman, slowing it up. Looking to see what he has in front of him now. And Tallman said, I'll take it myself, and drains the three. Up by 40. Looks like that's going to be on Vicente. That'll be Vicenti's first of the evening. 1:44 left in the third. Here's Nosey and the Falcons. Almost gets it stolen. Able to hang on. Puts it up for the J. No good. Scooped up by Vicente. Here is Tallman and the Roadrunners. Oh no, and that just bounces off of Nelson's shoulder.
Yeah, Nelson started looking before he caught the ball. Just slipped through the fingers.
And Coach Johnson telling him it's the little things. Catch ball, then run. Here's Dosella. Dosella bringing it all the way around. Met by Baya, back out to Nosey, met by Tallman. All the way over to Dosella, pulls up for the J, no good. Scooped up. And that goes wayward, so that's gonna be Holbrook ball for the final 62 seconds of the third quarter. And Holbrook not showing any signs of slowing down. All the way over to Rico, almost got it stolen by Dosella, but he's able to hang on. Final 50 seconds. Here's Tallman trying to find a lane outside to Vicente, but Vicente wasn't even looking. Getting some final adjustments from Coach Johnson before making his way back onto the floor. It's Tallman. 46.7 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Nosey. Over to Dosella. Dosella. Beautiful pass to Nosey. 30 seconds left now. Over to Nelson, 20 seconds, no shot clock needed. Stolen, it's picked up by Judah Yazzie. All the way over to Walker, back to Yazzie, over to Dosella, final 7 seconds, picked up by Tallman, 5 seconds, 3 seconds, and he's unable to hang on. Couple of turnovers by Tallman on the last couple of possessions. 2.2 seconds left. Got to get it off. Nope. 64-26 Roadrunners. And the route is on. Hang around for the fourth shortly after this. So here we go again, starting the fourth. Here come the Road Runners. Some good ball moving by the Road Runners. Tallman back to Vicente. Vicente met by Butterfield. And a quick timeout by Coach Johnson to get his player out of trouble there.
We'll come back from the timeout. Roadrunners will have 11 seconds left on the shot clock in no particular hurry as they're up by 38.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, the Roadrunners, I mean, amongst not being able to miss tonight, just taking advantage of the little things, taking up all the space, moving the ball well, and just being able to be dominant on both sides of the ball, whereas on Alchesay's side, just having a hard time to maintain possession and make those shots when needed. And then obviously, you know, it doesn't help when the other team is just draining threes the way that they are. All the way back to Baya. Looks like that foul is going to be on Edwards. I believe that'll be his second. And it is. So 7:28 left in the game. Roadrunners once again on the ball.
Foul's going to give the Roadrunners a new shot clock.
Talman all the way over to Baya, over to Vicente, back into the hands of Talman. Here's Nelson. And really, Holbrook just making Alchesay chase, leaving that wide open man, Enrico, all the way over in the corner. And that's pretty much been the story all night.
Yeah, absolutely. Holbrook has had some really good looks.
And a corner three, drains it. Edwards showing some life for Alchesay. Back to Rico. All the way over to Tallman, who's got a wide open look in front of him. Good sidestep. Doesn't go. Back all the way over to Nelson. New shot clock. Another 2 points. 66-29, and now I believe due to the point deficit, there will be no more shot clock, and there will be a continuous clock because that one's in and out. That one's out. Butterfield with the board. Puts it up, and that one's good. Pass all the way over to Tallman. Tallman back to Rico. Rico into Baya. Baya over to Nelson. Nelson met by Butterfield. Vicente, and just the Birds doing what they can do right here, just moving the ball soundly. Rico wide open look at the three, takes it no good. Scooped up by Butterfield. Butterfield pulls up. Gets it to Edwards. 5:35 left in the game. Here is Yazi. They're going to call that on Tallman. That might be, is that Tallman's fourth?
Yes, that is.
So going to be interesting to see how that one shakes out as Young checks in for Edwards. Here's Butterfield. There's Yazi. Yazi trying to drive it there. Gets the lane open, so 66-33. Here's Tallman making his way around his defender. Here's Vicente. Vicente pulls up, draws the travel call.
Those Roadrunners will go take on Blue Ridge tomorrow night for the final game of the season.
And Blue Ridge Holbrook with a sound win over Blue Ridge last weekend. Talman going to get caught with a push.
And that's going to be Talaman's fifth.
So Talman will say goodnight.
Manny Guerrero coming in for Talaman. So I believe by Saturday afternoon, final rankings will be out, and You can check those out at AZ Prep 365 to see where the Roadrunners will be playing next.
And here is Vicente. All the way over to Nelson. Nelson, nice little move there, finding a lane, gets shut down by Butterfield. Butterfield all the way back to Yazzie. Yazzie floats it there, no good, gets his own board, no good, but he does draw the foul. So that one's gonna be on Nelson. Nelson's first of the evening. This is Yazzie's first trip to the line tonight. In and out. And a plethora of subs for Alchesay. Second one, no good. Holbrook has it at the moment.
It looks like Holbrook coach Johnson called a timeout as he saw Rico in trouble.
So some final direction, 2:42 left in the game, as I believe we can go ahead and call this one a win for Holbrook, as once again, they just came out dominating all night on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, they came out hot, 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 able to just drain everything. Pretty much been able to drive the lane when they wanted to, shoot the threes. A good time for the Roadrunners to get hot.
Agreed, with the playoffs right around the corner. This is when you want to start finding your groove, because, you know, at the end of the day, records are great, you know, having a winning record or going undefeated or any of that stuff. But at the end of the day, when you hit playoffs, none of that stuff matters. It's a whole new life. It's a whole new set of challenges that comes ahead, and that's when you want to get hot, and that's where everything matters.
Yep, absolutely, and these Roadrunners are getting hot.
So a clock issue is went down to 24.7 seconds. I believe there's just over 2 minutes there. Right around 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah, you know, Alchesay's head coach was out there talking with the referee during that timeout. Getting the right times on the clock.
I think it was 2:42, something like that.
There we
They're
go.
calling it 2:47. So once the ball is inbounded anyways, it will be a continuous clock. So here we go. Rico almost getting it stolen, getting it all the way over to Vicente. Vicente down to Nelson. Nelson. These guys need to slow it down a little bit. Here's Nelson outside to Guerrero for the three. In and out. Here comes Alchesay. There's Edwards. Over to Yazzie. Back to Edwards. For the three. No good. Scooped up by Vicente.
I think Roadrunners got a finger on that ball.
Two minutes, 5 seconds left now. Here's Rico, wide open lane, takes it back.
And with no shot clock, the Roadrunners could kill the clock.
And they are doing well, moving the ball. Oh, and nobody had their eyes on Nelson as he just snuck in behind and added that total to his name. So 68-35. And that one gets stolen. Vicente Nosey able to pick it off. And that one's going to be Holbrook ball. So a continuous clock.
And it looks like Coach Delmar's going to get some subs in, as we've got Braden Smith coming in. Keith Thompson back in.
Cody Nakadene back in. And we are approaching the final 60 seconds as Holbrook showing out tonight. Absolutely dominating. Once again, that score 68-35. And we are set to wrap this up with the ball in Rico's hands, getting it to Smith. All the way into the corner for Thompson. No good. That one falls. So 68-37. So 20.2 seconds left. Smith set to dish it in here as Rico checks off, getting a nice applause from the crowd. Guerrero unable to hang on. Gives it away to Nakadene. Nakadene, final 10 seconds. And that will do it, folks. Because once again, it was all Holbrook all night. Thank you for joining us at Tony Minot's Gym, Buttonholzer Court. I'm Mark Saxton.
And I'm Chris Allison.
Folks, have a good week. We know we will.